Hola, amigos. So this is day 3 of our experience in the Picos de Europa, the peaks of Europe.
So, it's good morning from me,
And it's good morning from him.
and here we are in Los Espejos de la Reina. And today, where are we going today, Dave?
Today we are going to Kovadonga.
And if you were Chris Loftus in Sheffield, our mate, where would we be going today?
Kovadonga.
Kovadonga. And that's from here down to Riano and then north, I think, on the 625. Looks like it's going to be a bit of an adventure. We had a good day yesterday. We had a wonderful evening. We had Chef Dave. We had a pasta dish extraordinaire. So hopefully today, as good as yesterday. And see you later.
As usual, there's a map so you can see where we're going. And we're on the move. Other bikers have got the same idea early in the morning, and we're heading now towards Riano. Brenda the honey badger, as usual, doing her amazing work with the GoPro camera. Temperatures now round about 17 degrees. The sun's in the sky and we're anticipating temperatures probably around 35 degrees later in the day. In the meantime, we're just enjoying the scenery along the reservoir. When we get to Riano, we should, hopefully, hook a right onto the 625. And that is exactly what we do. So now we're following the reservoir from a different side. Dave up ahead on the 1100 Pan-European Honda, and Brenda and I following up the rear on our 700 Honda. We've studied the road we're going onto, the 625, in quite some detail, and I think is going to be a scenic wonderland. And that's a nice on-the-bike shot from Brenda the honey badger. You may have noticed that Brenda has got her outer rain jacket on at 17 degrees, and I don't think that'll come off until we reach over 20 degrees. Being a South African honey badger, anything under 20 degrees is cold for her. This certainly is a beautiful start to the day's ride. And look at this, cyclists riding in single file, not bunched up across the road. Well done. Quite abruptly, the road surface and the scenery changes. We're going to be following this, the 625, all the way to Cangas de Onis. Our expectations today of this road, I think it's going to be quite challenging. It's going to be very mountainous, some sheer rock faces, riverbeds, and all round amazing scenery. Road surfaces in some places are a bit hit and miss, but for the most part, it's quite good. Oh, and as most often the case, we are anticipating some pretty villages along the way. And a minimum of traffic until we get closer to Cangas de Onis. Coming through this tunnel, and then all of a sudden, the scenery opens up. It's absolutely beautiful here. The council van is warning us that there are hedge strimmer blokes working along the road today. A lot of the villages in this area have these speed warning signs as you enter the village. But we, as usual, are just meandering along, enjoying the ride and enjoying the scenery. Temperatures now in the low 20s. and I'm endeavouring to keep my riding as smooth and fluid as possible to assist the honey badger with her camera work. Clearing that very picturesque little village, we're now back onto the twists and turns, and we're going to start heading downwards towards the riverbed very soon. Our target destination today is Kovadonga, which is a bit of a tourist trap from what I could see online. We'll see when we get there. If today it's overwhelmed with tourist traffic, we might give it a miss and go somewhere else. In the meantime, Dave, Brenda and myself are enjoying the ride on the 625. And I think you can see why. We're still heading down towards the riverbed, and when we're there, the scenery is going to change yet again. It's not hard to imagine that in the winter snow, some of these more remote villages would actually be cut off for a while, waiting for the snowplow to come and clear through. So far today, the heat wave that's crossed Spain hasn't affected us greatly because there's a lot of shade along the road. It's mid-June at the moment, which is quite a good time to be touring up here. Not so much traffic. I can see now on the sat-nav that we're quite close to the riverbed. And here we are, so we should be seeing some sheer rock faces now. Oh yes, here it is. This is actually quite challenging for Brenda, the super senior executive camera operator, to catch the bike and the scenery. But, as usual, she adapts her style and catches everything. I think you have to admit it's quite a spectacular road. Somewhere not too far up ahead should be our first coffee stop of the day. What an experience. We're so lucky to be here. If you're going to tour up here, remember this road, the N625. Today's route has already met and exceeded all my expectations. After all that awesome scenery, it's time for coffee. At this tiny little cafe bar in the middle of nowhere. And it's also time for some grand silliness.
So, I think we're here,
No,
but we're quite possibly over here.
I thought we were here.
You thought we were here?
I thought we were here.
Earlier, we were there. Where do you think we are now?
I've no idea.
I'll be blowed if I know.
Well done.
Well done indeed. At one stage, Brenda was over here. But,
She thought she was here.
yeah, but now she's probably up there somewhere. But maps are a wonderful thing, aren't they?
Marvellous.
I have no idea what I'm looking at,
No.
but yes,
Well done, sir.
well done.
What shall I say?
Anyway, that's enough of that boulder dash. Let's get back to the ride. Another group of bikers coming the other way, and we know what a spectacular road they've got ahead of them. The amazing scenery just seems never ending, doesn't it? We've been on the road for a few hours now. Temperatures are in the high 20s, probably about 28 degrees right now. Edging closer to Cangas de Onis now, where they have a very interesting medieval bridge. We trickle through Cangas de Onis. Unfortunately, we don't see the medieval bridge. But anyway, we carry on towards Kovadonga. Quite a large and interesting place, this. Temperatures now are in the low 30s. Out of the built-up areas, and we start to see evidence of tourist attraction type things. On the road now towards Kovadonga. It's uphill all the way now. We can see the basilica in the distance on the right. And the first of the tourist coach parks. Skirting around the roundabout and back to the bike parking, and then we go for a quick cold one. We can see the basilica from where we're sat, and after a few minutes we start to see more and more coaches going up or down from Kovadonga lakes. Maybe 20 coaches in all, averaging about 50 people per coach, and more traffic going up the hill and coming down the hill. So we make the decision to give it a miss, and we head back into Cangas de Onis. We tend to avoid, if possible, overwhelming numbers in tourist destinations. Much prefer to go back to Cangas de Onis and have a quiet lunch somewhere. And maybe find that medieval bridge too. getting my bearings now, and I estimate that the medieval bridge is a little further up on the left. And here it is. It's actually called a Roman bridge, which is a bit misleading because it's not from Roman times but medieval, built in the times of King Alfonso of Castile in the 14th century. And there's even a medieval white horse as well. Anyway, we recross the river and there's some bike parking right next to the medieval bridge. Cangas to Onis, and I think we'll look for some lunch. Well done. And we do in fact find a very nice place to have lunch. Does that lunch get a thumbs up from the honey badger? 100%. So what's your style, sir?
Sausage, egg and chips.
Perfect. And that just about wraps up today's journey. When we get back to Riano, we stop for a drink and we help this guy take his beautiful old BMW off the trailer. And he bought the round. What a top bloke. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed spending time with us and come back and watch another video soon. Tomorrow we're off to a cable car in the peaks. And that should be interesting.